It was a bright and sunny morning in the little village of Sunny Meadows. Birds were singing, and the breeze whispered through the trees, making the leaves dance happily. But one tree in particular stood out among all the others. It was a magnificent towering tree with soft green leaves, its bark glowing with a warm golden hue. This wasn't just any tree. It was called the sharing tree, and it had a secret, one that only the kind-hearted could discover. Lila was a curious little girl with big sparkling eyes and a heart full of wonder. She loved to explore the world around her, always looking for new things to learn. One afternoon, while playing near the edge of the village, Lila noticed something she had never seen before. Hidden behind a row of bushes was the sharing tree, standing all alone in a small, peaceful clearing. "Wow, what a beautiful tree," Lila whispered to herself as she stepped closer. Her heart raced with excitement. What made this tree so special? As she walked around it, she noticed something even more amazing. Hanging from its branches were beautiful, colorful fruits, bright red apples, golden oranges, and purple grapes. But what was even stranger was that the fruits seemed to shine, as if they were glowing with magic. Lila couldn't resist. She reached up to pick one of the glowing apples, but as her hand touched the fruit, something surprising happened. The apple dropped from the tree and rolled away, landing just a little bit out of reach. Lila frowned for a moment. That's strange, she thought, feeling a little disappointed. But then, just as she was about to try again, she heard a soft voice. "Would you like to share with someone, Lila?" Lila looked around, but no one was there. "Who's there?" she asked, feeling a bit confused. The voice spoke again, gentle and kind. "I am the sharing tree. I only give my fruits to those who share with others. If you want one of my fruits, you must first share it with someone else." Lila stood still for a moment, thinking about the tree's words. Share with someone else, she wondered. But I don't know who to share with. Suddenly, she heard footsteps behind her. It was her friend Milo, a shy boy with a love for drawing. He was carrying his sketchbook, looking down at the ground. "Hey, Milo," Lila called out, waving. "Look at this tree. It has magical fruits." Milo looked up and smiled. "Magical fruits? That sounds cool." He walked over to Lila and stared in awe at the glowing apples. "They're so pretty. But how do they work?" Lila pointed to the tree. "I think we need to share something before we can take one. The sharing tree says that if we share, it will give us a fruit." Milo blinked, looking unsure. "Share? What do we share?" Lila thought for a moment. "Well, we could share the apples. If you take one, I'll take one too. That way we're both sharing, right?" Milo smiled, and together they both reached for an apple. This time the apple didn't roll away. Instead, it gently dropped into Lila's hands. She passed it to Milo, and he handed it back to her. As they both held the apple together, something magical happened. The sharing tree's branches shimmered with golden light, and one by one, the apples began to glow even brighter. A soft breeze surrounded them, and a feeling of warmth filled their hearts. "See, Lila?" Milo said, looking at her with wide eyes. "It really works." "The tree gave us the fruit because we shared." Lila smiled, feeling happy and proud. "I think I'm beginning to understand," she said. "Sharing makes everyone happy." Just then, more children appeared, drawn by the glow of the sharing tree. There was Sophie, the kind girl who loved to help others, and Jacob, who always liked to share his toys with his little sister. Lila waved them over, and soon everyone was standing under the tree. Lila shared her fruit with Sophie, and Milo shared his with Jacob. The sharing tree's branches seemed to sparkle with even more magic, and the children's faces lit up with joy as they each received a fruit. "This is so fun," Sophie exclaimed. "It's like the tree is giving us a gift for being kind to each other." The sharing tree smiled softly in the breeze, and the children realized something important. It wasn't just about the magical fruits. It was about the joy of sharing, of caring for one another. Every time they shared, the tree's magic grew stronger, filling the world with kindness and warmth. As the sun began to set, the children sat under the tree, sharing their fruits and laughing together. They felt a sense of peace and happiness they had never experienced before. Lila looked around at her friends and smiled. "This is the best day ever," she said softly. "The sharing tree really does teach us something special. And from that day on, Lila and her friends visited the sharing tree every chance they got. They learned that sharing wasn't just about giving things away. It was about kindness, friendship, and making the world a better place for everyone.